How do you view him? Is it a veteran guy? What does he bring to the position?
He's definitely the vet. Anytime any one of us is in with him, he's letting everybody know what I'm saying, where to be, what's your assignment. Like he's just on top of everything, and so he does have that veteran role.
Is there stuff that you guys can do that maybe he can't in terms of sudden burst and that kind of stuff?
I mean, I wouldn't say, man, Reggie a freak. Reggie's a freak too, yeah, man. So I wouldn't say there's really no difference there.
Is there ever a time where you get out there and maybe you're a little bit lost on something, but Reggie kind of always knows what to do?
Oh, definitely. It's times where he puts me in place. So, yeah, like I said, he's on top of a lot of stuff. He's on top of all of it.
Are you getting a chance to do that with some of the younger guys, though, as well?
Oh, yeah, man. It be feeling good to be able to tell someone where to be, knowing the defense a little better, you know what I'm saying? Getting the plays down a little better. And it's always good to be able to tell someone where else to be. So,
for somebody that's maybe not in the situation like that when the bullets are flying, everything's going crazy, I mean, how important is that to have a guy like Reggie to correct everybody and get everybody in line?
It's big, man. It's big because, like you said, like everybody doesn't have the chance to be in the fire as often. So you got to get it on a mental standpoint, and you got to have somebody there to be able to help you if you're struggling. So it's definitely important.
How are you guys addressing red zone defense, which was not very good last year? I mean, has that been something that you guys need to get better at, can get better at?
Definitely. That's definitely been a focus point this spring. We noted that we was like the 121st red zone defense, which is outrageous. It shouldn't be like that. And it's definitely been a focus point, man. Every time we get down there, we're trying to keep the offense out, no matter what.
What are the coaches stressing in terms of how you guys get better in that area?
I mean, basically striking blockers. When it's down there, it's basically mono y mono. Your playbook's short. There's only a few plays you can run. You're not tricking nobody. You just got to win.
I know they like to cut up film for you guys and kind of show you, what went right, what went wrong. What were some of your issues last year with the red zone defense, and why you guys finished it?
A lot of it came from knockback. We weren't really getting enough knockback on the entire defensive side of the ball. Our edges, discipline. It's a lot that tied into it last year.
Y'all are playing a lot of marquee games next year, but the game you open with Appalachian State, maybe people skip over that one initially. Do you remember anything about them beating Michigan when you were younger?
No, I don't. But I remember how close it was with Tennessee last year.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know who's looking over it, but I know we not as far as us. But I don't think anybody should look over them. They're a good ball team.
About Tay, what's he look like this spring?
He's been looking really well. He's been making a lot of games. He was one of the guys that came over from the offensive side of the ball. So, like, now he's kind of setting into his own. He's getting the plays down. He knows where to be, and he's getting the feel for it.
He's kind of an interesting story. I mean, I think when he got moved from tailback over to side linebacker, a lot of people
everybody not able to do it, right? Everybody not able to do it, and he is, so he's special.
Is there any kind of plays he's made that you've seen that kind of stand out? You can remember?
As far as today or just in general?
He did something this spring.
Oh yeah, man. I think it was an out route or something, and Tay kind of jumped it and picked it up. He's really athletic. So yeah, he jumping passes.
Was it during 11?
It was during 11 on 11.
How much bigger has he gotten to make that transition from running back to inside linebacker?
Like as far as weight wise?
Weight wise, strength wise.
Tay's always been a pretty big dude. You know what I'm saying? I think he's around like 240, and he don't look it a bit, but he's about 240. So. That's solid. So, I mean, I don't really think he had to gain weight. I'm sure he's gotten stronger, as all of us have.
What do you make of Charlie Warner and his, I guess this is his first spring, right? He wasn't an early enrollee.
Right.
Isaac obviously had a big first year. What's Warner bring to the table? Has he kind of got the same skill set, or does he do something different?
Man, like, one thing I noticed, Charlie's big. He's big. He's moving, though. Like, he's moving the way he's bursting and getting out of breaks. He's a big guy that can really move. So, I think he's going to bring a lot to the table.
How tough is it to deal with the tight ends, generally speaking, on this roster?
I'm sorry?
Nauta, Warner, how tough is it to deal with the tight ends in general?
From a defensive standpoint, I mean, those are some hard-nosed guys. It's just making us better, making us more physical. We having to go strike them all the time, considering the defense we play.
You were talking about the offensive line earlier.
All right.
Are they bigger, or are they meaner, or what is it that's noticeably different this spring?
I think they probably got a little size edge, and I don't know, man. Like, they just been coming off the ball. They've been striking physicality. They've been physical.
You think Pittman's saying something? I mean, what's?
I mean, it's got to be something. It's got to be something he's doing. I don't know. I ain't in the film room with him, so I don't really know what he's telling him, but he's telling him something.
Is it something you guys noticed in the meeting room? Like, where you say, like, wow, they're playing more physical than they were last year?
I mean, yeah.
When could you tell? The first practice or like a week into it?
What really, when the coaches really made a big deal about it was after the scrimmage.
So that's past Saturday.
After the scrimmage, man, it was too many times.
Were y'all getting blown off the ball, or what? How would you describe it?
A couple times, guys were getting blown off the ball, and it just seemed like they were hungrier than the defense was.
So Kirby's not really overdoing it. I mean, he's been skeptical of y'all the whole spring, and sometimes it's hard to tell what's reality and what's not. But it sounds like y'all are getting beat up a little bit on the defensive side.
Yeah, we know what's going on. We know as a defense what we have to do. We know as a defense what our expectations are, and we know as a defense where we want to go.
Do you feel that's been addressed since the scrimmage, in the meeting rooms?
Definitely.
Is that an effort issue? Is it what they're doing, what you're not?
I don't know, man. I just think guys, I don't know if it's guys not letting loose. I don't know if it's guys, I don't know what it is, but something has to give.
Do you feel like